Hi, my name is Nur Haifasafah binti Muhammad Hairi.
Hi, my name is Nuarisa Mesarah binti Ahmad Tamrin.
Hi, my name is Nur Hazwani Kristina binti Muhammad Hasrizal.
Hola, my name is Muhammad Haziq bin Muhammad Azmi.
Hi, my name is Nur Akmahli binti Haya.
Hi, we're going to discuss about thermochemistry. What is thermochemistry?
What is exothermic reaction?
What is endothermic reaction?
What is energy level diagram?
What is type of heat reaction?
What is thermochemistry? Thermochemistry is study of energy and heat associated with chemical reaction and physical transformation. A reaction may release and absorb energy, and a phase change may do same. Such as there is two types of chemical reaction. First is exothermic reaction. Second is endothermic reaction. Exothermic is heat release, while endothermic reaction is heat absorption.
What is exothermic reaction? Exothermic reaction is chemical reaction that release heat to the surroundings. The surrounding temperature increase. The container becomes hot. For example, respiration, combustion of fuel, oxidation of metals, and neutralization.
Let's see some experiment for exothermic reaction.
Today, I'm doing a simple experiment using detergent powder and water. First, I put 1 spoon of detergent in small cup. And I add a few drops of water.
A few moments later.
As you can see, it feels warm immediately. This happens because the detergent releases heat when it dissolves in water. Type of reaction is called an exothermic reaction. Next, what is endothermic reaction? Endothermic reaction is chemical reaction that absorb heat from the surroundings. The surroundings temperature decrease, the container become cold. Example, photosynthesis, decomposition of metal carbonate when heated, bed gel, dissolving ammonia in water.
Let's see some experiment for endothermic reaction.
In this video, you guys will see me baking a cookies. Did you guys know that baking can relate it with chemistry? So if you guys want to know more, you guys can watch it after this video. Enjoy the video, bye! So first, you need 100 gram of butter and melt it in the microwave. Then, we need 1 and 1/2 cup of flour. Then, we need a 1/4 cup of sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, and mix them together. And this is the time you pour your melted butter. For this recipe, we just need 1 egg and mix them together until it looks like this. So my creativity for this cookie is make a love shape on the center of the cookie and fill it with strawberry jam. So this is where endothermic process happen. The process happen because the butter or dough must continuously absorb heat from the oven for the chemical reaction to occur and transform it into a solid baked good. I bake it for 50 minutes and it's done.
An experiment about instant ice cream experiment using salt and ice and Milo. It's called endothermic process. So this is the material, have ice, salt and 2 container, 1 large and 1 small. The objective is to observe how salt and ice can be used to freeze a Milo drink mixture into a container and understand the concept of freezing point depression. We will pour ice and salt in this. Place ice and salt in the largest Tupperware. Put the small Tupperware into the larger one, making sure it's surrounded by the ice salt mixture. Then cover the Tupperware with its lid. Shake or stir gently for 10 to 15 minutes or let it sit while occasionally rotating.
A few moments later.
This process happens because the Milo mixture starts to solidify after being surrounded by ice and salt. The outside of the larger container becomes very cool. Once the Milo mixture thickens or freezes, remove the lid and we can enjoy our ice cream.
Hola, I'm Fifth, and right now I'm gonna do an endothermic reaction experiment. The ingredient that we need is baking soda, a vinegar, or if you don't have it, you can use lemon juice like what I'm using right now. And the last one being a container. The first thing that we need to do is add 1 tablespoon of baking soda inside the container. Now we done it, we can pour our vinegar or lemon juice slowly inside the container. Like you can see, the mixture start to form and release carbon dioxide. Not just that, the cup become colder than before. This is because the reaction between acid and baking soda requires heat energy to break chemical bonds, so it absorbs heat from the water and the container. Well, I think that's all from me. Bye bye. Hola. Right now, I'm gonna talk about energy level diagram of exothermic and endothermic reaction. During a chemical reaction, heat is absorbed or released. This heat is called as heat of reaction. The symbol is delta H. The unit for heat of reaction is kilojoule divided by mole. When heat is released to the surrounding, delta H is negative. When heat is absorbed to the surrounding, delta H is positive. Heat of reaction delta H is the heat change of one mole reactant that react of 1 mole of product
This
that form.
energy level diagram. This is the example of energy level diagram for exothermic reaction. As you can see, zinc react with 2 mole of hydrochloric acid to forming zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. And as you can see, the delta H have a negative sign, so this is an exothermic reaction. This is the example for energy level diagram for endothermic reaction. As you can see, cuprum oxide react with hydrogen gas to forming cuprum and water. And the delta H have a positive sign. So this is an endothermic reaction. How to draw an energy level diagram? First, arrow upward. Second, label energy. Third is draw energy level, which is can be exothermic or endothermic reaction. You can use an head formula like this. And fourth, write the reactant and the product. Fifth, write the value of delta H. It can be positive for endothermic and negative for exothermic. There is 4 types of heat reaction.
First is heat of precipitation. Heat of change when 1 mole of precipitate is formed from their ion in aqueous
Definition of
solution.
heat of displacement is heat of change when 1 mole of metal is displaced from its salt solution by a more electropositive metal.
Heat of neutralization. Heat of change when 1 mole of water is formed from the reaction between acid and alkali.
For the last one, we have heat of combustion. Heat of combustion is heat released when 1 mole of a substance is completely burned in excess oxygen.
Our presentation. Bye bye.